This emblematic painting appears in at least two manuscripts made around 1750. This manuscript copies a 16th century work by Eduardus Scotus, said to have been written 2 centuries earlier for Emperor Rudolf, but is also thought to have been created in the early 16th century. Whatever the date of the original work, this wonderful painting was made in the mid-18th century. It shows the Liber Sapientiae, the Book of Wisdom, as a book sealed with 7 seals. The text in a scroll below states, "The young women will sing a song which no one will understand unless it has been given to them to open this book and break open its seals." The 7 seals are coloured 3 black, 2 white and 2 red, reflecting the usual sequence of colour changes in alchemy. The front cover of the book bears an elaborate emblem, divided here into 3 layers. It seems to be intended that we read the imagery from the bottom upwards. The lowest space takes the form of an enclosed chamber, perhaps even a prison cell. In this cell we see 4 female figures. These are the 4 elements. This is not immediately obvious in this painting, but in the alternative version they are each labelled with the signs of the elements and in appropriate coloured clothes. Thus we have, reading left to right, water, fire, air and earth. The painter has here hinted at this in the dress of the fire figure, which is in the form of flames. At the lower left is the phrase, "Our fiery power, having been nourished from our milk, is the greatest thing from the beginning of the world." And between them it states, "Our virtue is integral," thus indicating that from these 4 female personifications of the elements arises the virgin's milk of alchemy. On the lower right, we note an eagle holding in its talons a globe surmounted with a cross, here probably the symbol of antimony, and a key. The text below states, "The microcosmic key for opening." 2 of the virgins, that of water and earth, each hold up 2 symbols, which then form the vertices of a tall triangular pyramid, the top of which is seen the symbol for Mercury. The virgin on the left holds a circle with a line across it, the symbol for salt, while the virgin on the right has an inverted symbol for sulphur. We need not read too much into this being upside down, as the other version of this painting has the sulphur symbol depicted normally. As we move into the central space of the emblem, dominated by its tall triangular form, we have the phrase, "The winds will raise themselves, and they will stir up the waters of the sea." And we indeed have the 4 winds here, conventionally depicted. The base of the triangle is obscured in clouds, but out of this emerges a black hemisphere on which is written, "And darkness will arise over the whole earth." Here we have the alchemical Grotto stage. At this point there is a band of white bearing the statement, "But the Lord in pleasing them will bring up his light. The day will arise to you in a clear light at his beginning," a reference to the albedo, the white phase of the alchemical work. Within the triangular pyramid we see a peacock standing on the blackness, showing its many-coloured tail, another classical stage of the alchemical process. The text there states, "And it will be as if the dawn had arisen, being multiplied in its colours." Higher up we see a red band with the statement, "The redness delighted me, just as does the flower of the field," which is here shown as a red rose. The next symbol, the highest on the pyramid, is a crown, around which is the text, "The crown of justice will be placed on him." The apex of the triangular pyramid penetrates through to the topmost layer of this emblem, depicting the heavenly world. In the midst of the clouds, a circle of light is seen, within which stands Mercury, holding his caduceus and a golden chalice. He is surrounded by the symbols of the planets, and the text around him says, "They will drink from his blood, and they all will be restored to health." This is the red tincture of alchemy, the end of the work. This painting provides a simple but very beautiful depiction of the alchemical process, seen arrayed in stages on a tall pyramid, reaching from the outer world of the elements in the dark enclosed space to the light-filled heights of the spiritual